Good morning, 7th Street people. I was gonna call you peeps, but I think I'm too old to use that word. We're gonna do art today, and I have a mini art gallery set up in my house, and I'm gonna show you around it a little bit to show you what we're gonna do. But here's the idea that I had, is to make a drawing and then a painting. It's important to draw, then paint. Hi, Jack. Even if you just kind of like find your way around on the canvas, just know that anything that you draw, you can cover up with paint. It's not a big deal. You could go into this whole thing thinking that it's not a big deal. Art is, at its best, kind of playful and kind of curious. So we're gonna create an image of your inner sense of doom. Some people call it the inner critic, but I think it's way more dark than just critic. It's not just critic. It's like, you're fucked. Nobody thinks that anything that you have to say is valuable. You're gross. You're always gonna do the bad shit that you've always done. You shouldn't wear those jeans. You shouldn't even try to talk to her or him, because they're just gonna eventually find out how fucked up you really are. So just like don't even try. Like, don't even say hi. For me, it was a voice that over and over again told me, there's a baby crawling on me. That over and over again told me, it's only a matter of time before everything goes to shit. It's only a matter of time before you implode. And I wrote a blog for a couple years, as some of you guys know, called Chrysalis Break. And there was a character in there named Lydia, and Lydia was the voice of, you're gross, you're horrible. Especially when I felt like if I would get into an argument with my former husband, it was like, see, this is why we don't try. This is why we don't hope for things to be good. This is gonna be tricky. Anyway, so give that voice a name. Give it a name, give it a color, give it a feeling and a shape. Mine was this like black, skeletal, sinewy, kind of like if you peeled all of Cruella de Vil's skin off and then painted her black. That's what Lydia looked like. And she often would cower in corners, and when I heard that kind of hissing, sit down, baby, I would have a conversation with her, with this voice, and it really helped me to separate from it a little bit, and to challenge it and to question it. And so the invitation for this art today is to create a visual of that. It doesn't even have to be a face or a person. Maybe it's a mood. Maybe it's an internal space that you want to describe. You have full creative license to express that darkness however you see it. Recognizing that it's always going to be a work in progress. Anything we make is always going to be a work in progress. Just get something down. Just get something on the canvas. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of self-portraits and a few paintings from other people. I wish I had a whole gallery to show you, but I just kind of grabbed what was around my house. So we're going to flip this camera. Oh, it won't let me. I don't understand things sometimes. We're going to try this anyway. Try not to make the baby fall off the table. There he goes. He's going off the table. Okay, we're gonna find these paintings real quick. So, this painting is one I painted around the same time as the Lydia writings happened. I wanted it to be long and drippy, and I wanted the paint to kind of break up. So this is oil paint, and I used a lot of turpentine to let the paint kind of break up. This over here on this side, this is some sort of light that I'm hoping for. This was kind of embarrassing when I painted this painting. If you saw it in real life, it's about 3 feet tall. The assignment was to create a self-portrait, and everyone came in with like these really nice faces, and mine is like intense as fuck and dripping on the ground. Anyway, these are a couple of, this is a painting that was done by a woman who was in one of our shows, one of our Own It shows, and she talked about feeling silenced, and that she felt like there were certain ways that she could express, but if she was angry or if she was still hurting, that she was not supposed to say that, because like you're supposed to make your expressions more palatable. And so this was her feeling of being silenced, and she gave me the painting after the show, and I really like it. This is some weird thing, this weird drawing that I did, I don't know, it wasn't very long ago. But this eye right here, if you can see, is left out because I, for a while, was having a lot of problems with having swelling in my eye and with my sinuses, and I felt really unclear, and so that came out at that time. Then I started drinking a lot of water and doing a lot of breathing, and flowed all that shit right on out of there. So if you haven't heard me say this yet, drink a liter of water in the morning before you drink any coffee. Here is a painting done by my daughter Pepper. I'm gonna try to get it in here. Doing things backwards is tricky. Pepper has always felt quite conflicted, like she wants to be good and she also wants to be bad. And in fact, when she was a little girl, I asked her, "Don't you want to be good?" And she said, "Well, sometimes, and sometimes I want to be bad." So you notice, I mean, she painted this a couple years ago. She doesn't have full command of painting a face. I mean, she didn't even put a face on there, but she still was able to express the feeling of conflict. That painting there, that is one of my first paintings. I don't know if I'm getting it in there. Am I getting it in there? No, get in there. When I was first in school. That took a long time. You don't have that much time, so don't expect your face to look that real, like it's staring at you. Here's another one. This I drew, this is the first year I was sober. I was very scared. This is something called blind contour drawing, and this was, so every mark made on here was made looking in the mirror, not at this surface. So they're all what you would call, I don't know, like an organic response, or intuitive lines. These are all intuitive lines. So I really felt like that, like this captured how I was feeling. My dad hates this drawing. It freaks him out. Whenever he comes to my house, he takes it down and flips it around so he doesn't have to look at it, because it's a little bit haunting. So those are some more literal self-portraits. Like you can obviously tell that that's a face. You guys can make that voice into, or that I can't think of the right word for it. Like, it's not inner critic. It's like, you come up with it. You come up with what it is. Maybe it's a demon. I mean, I know I wrote about feeling like I was chased by demons for quite some time. Maybe it's maybe it's that pit in your stomach. Maybe it's that sinking feeling where you where you think that something terrible and inevitable is happening. Maybe it's anxiety. Maybe it's rage. So here's what I'm gonna bring and drop off to you guys. Sorry, I can't. I mean, look at that. Jack, what are you doing? He's not really going anywhere. Here's what I'm gonna drop off to you guys. It's not real big. So the canvas itself is this one here. It's about this size. So it's about 12 inches maybe. Oh no, it says right here, it's 8 by 10. 8 by 10. But if you want to flip it over and do some writing on the back of what it is that you're visually trying to represent, even if it's just a couple of words, you can write on the back of that. And then what I would love to do is be able to at least Zoom with you guys and see your paintings. So maybe we can set up a time to do that, like on Friday or Monday, or maybe in the beginning of art on Monday when I see you, whether it's Zoom or in person. But I'm gonna send this video to Kagan and he'll set it up for you guys, and then I'm gonna drop off all of the supplies for you so that you can work on your paintings even though I'm not there. I hope you guys will really stick with it. I hope that you'll spend a little bit more time. Like, if you have some downtime, it'd be cool to see you be able to put in a little bit more time than just the hour and a half that we usually have for art. I fucking miss you. I like you. You make me happy, and I'm not as happy because I can't go there, but I hope to see you guys very soon, and art now begins.